Right. Explain this. Explain this photo.
Yeah, that is the PG version of that photo is myself on the right, Roberto Escobar, who's Pablo Escobar's brother, in the middle, and then my brother on the left. So we were in Colombia, Medellin. Actually, Medellin, they call it. Fucking. What happened was we were over there for a business event, and we got chatting to the receptionist of our hotel quite a lot every day, every afternoon. She was really lovely. Like, the people out there are really lovely. She wanted to know more about what we were doing. I was like, yeah, we're media. We do this and that, So she says, what would be great for you? You should go and do the Escobar museum tour. And I was like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're in Medellin. We're going to do that. And she goes, no. You can actually go to Roberto Escobar's house and you actually get to meet Roberto Escobar, who's just got out of prison because all the narcos have been released now, right?
Oh my
I was
God.
a bit mad. I was like, how do you do that? I haven't seen that on TripAdvisor. I said, oh yeah, no. We know what's going on. We'll help you. Take this number. Guy will come pick you up and take you. So, right. Fucking
That sounds so sus.
Yeah.
we got the cameras ready.
Yeah.
We got into this car. It was a little bit sus.
Yeah.
Drove to this compound, all CCTV cameras, gates, barbed wire, and then went into the house. So, like, into this compound, you had to do a wee ID check.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in. The guy stays in the car. He's like, you go in. I stay in the car. Right, no worries. There's a couple other people there as well. Probably got roped in the same way we did.
Yeah.
And what actually happens is you do a quick tour. So what we learned was these guys who've just got out of jail are now poor, whereas they used to have millions and millions. So what they're doing is they're basically whoring out their house as a museum.
Nice.
So you go in and there's this Russian guy who used to smuggle cocaine from Medellin to Moscow, and then he got caught. And he's telling all these stories about how he used to do this and that and go to prison, and it was great. Showing us the house, he goes, oh, this was Pablo Escobar's plant. He loved this plant. Like, this was Pablo Escobar's chair. He used to sit in this chair, when he was making his plans.
50 quid and you can sit in the chair too.
Exactly. Very quickly we realized, I was like, all right, none of this is actually Pablo's stuff at all. This is you just completely stroking us for cash in someone's house.
Yeah.
And it all started to make sense. So you just got out of jail. Where are you getting all Pablo stuff? Like, it all got raided.
Yeah.
People actually raided their house, dug up the walls to try and find their treasure. So towards the end of the tour, I was like, we were told we actually get to meet Roberto Escobar. Yeah, you get to meet him. All you have to do is buy something from the gift shop and you will actually get the opportunity to meet him and he'll sign it for you. So we're like, right, okay. Walked into the gift shop. Everything is $50, $60, $70 for fucking bullshit merch with Pablo Escobar's face on it.
Oh my God.
So we look for the cheapest thing is a $25 cocaine spoon, which you can see up there on the photo. So we're like, that's the cheapest thing, right? Let's just grab that. Brought it over, and we got to go into that little room and meet Roberto. So
He looks so unamused.
bro, he's blind.
Right.
He opened the letter bomb in jail
wise.
and blew up his face.
No way.
Swear down. Because he went like that, he's like 85% blind. So we sat down. I said,
That's blind, like 85%. Like, you know what I mean?
I gave the camera to Jack. I turned it on. I was like, just roll because I'm going to ask him some questions. So I said to this Russian guy who loves himself, he's like, yeah, I'm the best, like, narco ever.
Yeah.
He's like, if I ask him some questions, will you translate? Yeah, no problem. So he puts the little cocaine spoon down. He puts Roberto's hand on it with a Sharpie and he just does his little squiggle while Jack's recording.
Yeah.
And then I was like, there's a YouTube video on this, like, Roberto, what was Pablo like? These are brothers and businessmen. Like, what was he like? I was like, speaking in Spanish, we were getting the translation. Pablo was amazing. Pablo saved everyone's life. Pablo was the Lord, the King, like, bigging him up so much. And yeah, okay, great. So how much wealth did he amass? Like, what was really going on in the narcos? And ask these questions. After the third question, the sons of him came over. I was like, no interview. No interview. I was like, no, it's okay. The Russian mafia, the Russian narco guy goes, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm listening, I'm translating, I'm not going to do anything bad. No interviews. So they actually cut the interview there and made us turn off our camera. So he shook his hand, thank you very much. And then actually just left Roberto, I was finding this Russian guy so interesting because he was giving away so much because
Yeah.
it was like his ego.
Yeah.
He was really enjoying telling us.
Yeah.
So I went over to the garage. I started to do another interview with him. He was telling me all about how he smuggled all this, and you know, he got to go into prison, and in the prison he was actually getting prostitutes and their mobile phone and all this. And then again, the brothers come over and they're like, no, we told you already. No
You talk
interview.
too much.
No interview.
The next day,
And they
that guy was
actually-
dead.
Well, that's it. They asked us to leave, so we got back in the car and drove away and just looked at each other and went, me and my brother, like, that is fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
So
mad,
that's the photo from the
That is
from the
mad,
interview, which is on YouTube.
That's mad.
Who's
Because
the-
so many
who's
people
the-
tell us stories, and it's like, everyone's like, oh, that's bullshit, but there's literally the fucking photo
Who's
right there.
Who's the?
There'll be people in the TikTok comments being like, aye, this happened, and then there's the
I
photo.
love
of
the
it.
wax figure in the corner as well.
Dude, that's the thing. That's the sort of shit they're flogging. Like, they're like, this is the life size. This is how tall Pablo was. Do you want to stand beside him and get a photo? $50.
Imagine walking
Oh.
out with that.
Imagine going back in the plane and that.
There is in the non-PG version, the Russian man appears again, but
Yeah.
we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
Pints.
Class.